Isaiah is comforting the people. He says, "Comfort, give comfort to my people." They were suffering because of their sins, as the Lord says, and yet he promises that he will come and lead them to the New Jerusalem. Just like Moses led the people out of Egypt and saved them from their slavery. So Isaiah is predicting that God will come and lead these people out of their misery and into a whole new life. Here comes with power the Lord our God, who rules by his strong arm. Continuing that same notion, we see that he did come in power in the birth of Jesus Christ. And now Jesus leading us always to the New Jerusalem, to our heavenly homeland. In the great, wonderful gifts through the church and the sacraments, the Lord is with us with his power. And we need to remember how important that is. If you picture a scene of a man who's in a near fatal car accident, his wife arrives at the hospital and they tell her that he's in critical condition, but he's in surgery. And then someone says, "Where there's life, there's hope." It would probably bring her a little comfort to hear that. And yet that phrase, "where there's life, there's hope," I think is what we're talking about in Advent. God's coming with power. We look at our world and we see so much misery and injustice, social injustice and pollution and crime and war and all these things, and we are disturbed by it. And yet the Lord, we hear those words, "Here comes the Lord with power." And he's with us. God is with us. And so even though things seem bleak, our hope is not just passivity, but it's recognizing that above our human activity and what we can do, the power of God is always at work in the world through Jesus Christ. And that brings us great hope. The Feast of St. Nicholas brings back memories for me. I'm sure it does for you. As a child, putting our shoes or hanging up our stockings the night before, when St. Nicholas would come and bring gifts to us, small gifts. My dad, I remember as I got older and he was doing that for my younger sisters and brothers, just had such great joy putting small gifts in their shoes or in their sock and bringing it to them. And a simple thing like that, St. Nicholas was a great bishop in Asia Minor in the 4th century, noted for his charity, noted for his love for people. And there's much legend that surrounds him, but we call him Santa Claus today. Sinterklaas is from the Dutch. And I think it means holy, doesn't it? Santa, Holy Klaus. To be holy is to show the love of God to others. And so we need to teach our children that the reality of Santa Claus comes from a saint and who was certainly charitable and loving to others in the gifts that he brought to them. So we ask St. Nicholas to bless us today and give us hope in this world of ours, and the Lord may encourage us by the presence of Jesus with us. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.